Chen. Welcome to this video channel. The topic that we're going to talk about today is the importance of having a vision for your life. Why vision? Alright, the idea of having a vision for your life, it's like having a visualization or a goal or a dream, okay, that you want your life to turn out to be in a particular way. Okay, why is having a vision for your life so important? Okay, there's three basic reasons why this is so. Number one, okay, having a vision in your life allows you to have a good reason, okay, and also a clear beacon for you to follow as you go about your life, okay, and having a vision of your life will be able to steer you in the right direction, okay, at times when you're at the crossroads of making a decision. Okay, I give you a few examples. Alright, take for example this famous basketball player Michael Jordan. Okay, Michael Jordan actually started out, okay, in his younger days wanting to be a very good basketball player. Alright, that was his vision for his own life, that he would envision himself to be the best basketball player, being able to win championships and be the MVP and so on. But it is his vision, alright, the fact that he has such a vision that his life panned out the way that it did, and as we all know, he won 6 championships at the NBA level, okay, but little do people know that actually Michael Jordan doesn't have a very smooth sailing life. Okay, his life began with a lot of setbacks, and he was cut from the school team, and then he faced a lot of criticism, and he wasn't at his performing all the time at his best. Okay, but despite all the setbacks and all the failures and all the negative criticism that he has received, he was able to persevere and stick to his the goal in mind, all because he had a vision. Okay, a vision, a very clear vision that he wants to be the best basketball player that he can ever be, and to win championships and to excel at this particular field. And that kept him going, and through years and years of industrious work, alright, putting in his effort, okay, time and sweat and tears, a lot of effort, he eventually he see fruits of his labor, okay, and that gave rise to who we saw as the Michael Jordan of the NBA. Okay, another example will be Steve Jobs. Right, Steve Jobs is actually very well known. Okay, entrepreneur. Okay, he's basically the founder of Apple. Okay, and all the illustrious history of Apple. Macintosh, iPod, iPhone, iPad, and so on. It is not really possible if Steve Jobs hasn't been such a visionary. He had this vision of his life that when he, as early as his uni days, okay, he had this vision of achieving greatness, okay, achieving success, and also doing something that benefits and impacts mankind. And he had this vision. It wasn't really that clear at the beginning, but he had this vision and that general direction that he wanted to do something that is of greatness and to impact the world, and led him to make his choices of college and eventually dropping out of college, making friends, and then coming together, forming a team, and later on what we know as the Apple today. Okay, so his results are outstanding. Okay, basically it's insane, right, what he has achieved within his lifetime, and it wouldn't be possible without a very clear vision that what he wants to achieve with his life. Okay, that's example number 2. And the third example is somewhere closer to heart, alright, in Asia. Jack Ma. Jack Ma is the founder of Alibaba. Okay, Alibaba is the China's biggest e-commerce platform, and then fast growing into other areas, other sectors as well. So the founder of Alibaba, Jack Ma, okay, he started off wasn't as smooth sailing. Right, he started off with different jobs. Right, he was a teacher of English before, and then I think he went through a couple of jobs where he went for interviews, and then like out of whole selection, I think he was dropped on several interviews before, okay, quoting that he lacked experience or is not suitable for the job, he lacks certain qualities for the job. But Jack Ma, okay, he had all along this vision that he wants, okay, to be able to do something that is beneficial, and also to live true to his values. Okay, he had this vision of creating something of greatness, all right, and he basically battled through all the years of low until eventually, opportunity meets effort, okay, and then voila, okay, the success begins to roll. Okay, so for the above three person, Michael Jordan, Steve Jobs, and Jack Ma, okay, having a vision for their life actually helps them to steer them in the right direction in times of making decisions, as well as to give them the drive and also the extra push, okay, because of the clarity that they know what they want out of their life, the vision, okay, it allows them to achieve what you have seen today. Okay, number two, right, the importance of having a vision in your life also, okay, helps you to reduce the time that you will be spent wasting your life away. Okay, not literally, okay, but a person, okay, who has a clear vision will probably waste less time bumming around, or making the wrong choices, or spending time on jobs that doesn't help him to achieve his dream or vision of his life. Okay, compared to a person who has a clear vision, okay, he probably will make a more sound decision, or a decision that makes him closer, okay, to the path towards his dream. Alright, even though having a vision doesn't guarantee that you always make the right decision and always succeed, but at least, okay, the general direction you are moving towards, okay, is more of the correct one. And in times when you have setbacks and failures, it's also easier for you to make another new decision based on the vision you have, instead of wasting time pondering about the meaning of your life, or even worse, doubting your abilities, or what is your true purpose. Okay, so, and number three, all right, the importance of having a vision is that it's pretty much you having a plan for yourself, okay, and it keeps you more zeroed in on what is necessary and what is good for you, okay, and you steer clear of all the distractions. Because if somebody who hasn't thought of the vision in life, or what he wants to achieve in his life, the dream of his life is, that person is more likely to be influenced by outside. Okay, in this world, okay, the moment that you're born, right, okay, apart from the time when you're still in your formative years until you're a young adult, 18 years old, you probably be living out the plan of your parents, okay, until you can take care of yourself. Then beyond that, okay, if you do not have a plan for yourself, okay, you do not have a vision of your ideal life, what it is to be, most likely, right, you will be living every day, okay, based on decisions that come along your way. So you may not be making decisions that steer you towards an ideal kind of life that you would wish to have. Okay, and out there, every phase of your life, there'll be people with their own plans that they would gladly sell you their plans. Okay, like for example, moving once you enter college and then you graduate, if you don't have a clear vision of what you want to achieve in your life, or the dream kind of lifestyle that you want, you may not be able to choose, okay, a career that suits what you want, or maybe you just take whichever opportunity that comes next to you, and or whichever is the easier choice for you, and then you end up in a job that doesn't build your credentials or doesn't build your abilities, and in which you don't grow from the job. And then probably as you're doing your job, okay, it's time to get married, okay, you don't have a vision of what is your ideal wife, what is your ideal partner going to be, okay, you just randomly get into dates, and then you jump from dates to dates, okay, maybe in and out of relationships, because you don't really know what you want. So there are people who can't settle down because they just fail to proceed on in their relationship to the next level, because they just simply don't have a vision of what they want, and then they just come in and out of their relationships, and then or even worse, okay, they get into marriages and then they divorce and stuff like that. Okay, so and then if you proceed on to your life, if you set up a family, okay, you don't have the ideal plan how your lifestyle will want to be. You may end up listening to salespersons. This ideal home is good for you, this luxury car is good for you, buy this car, buy this home, get this credit card, go for this luxurious holiday. You, without a vision of how you want to live your life and what you want to achieve in your life, you may easily fall prey to the plan of salespersons, okay, who are out there with their own plan, alright, to sell to you. And you may end up with more liabilities than you would actually would love to, okay. Without a proper plan and vision in your life, okay, as you progress along, other decisions you make may be influenced by your peers, by your family, by your friends, whatever things they say, whatever decisions they make, okay. And along the way, okay, some of the people around you might want to sell you the plan that they have for themselves because it works out for them, or because it is their dream, it's their vision. But it may not be what suits you, or it may not be what makes you happy, or it may not be what excites you or challenges you. So that is why, okay, having a vision is so important to make sure that you steer clear of all these distractions and really live a life that you want. Okay, so let me summarize what I have shared today. Okay, so having a vision is really, really important because number one, okay, it allows you to have a clear goal, okay, to move in a clear general direction. Even though you have setbacks or failure along the way, you can always pick yourself up and move and proceed on and just progress closer and closer to your dream life. Okay, number two, having a vision is also important, okay, so that you do not waste time bumming around and then making wrong decisions or being stuck at not making any decision in your life because you do not know what you want in your life. Okay, and number three, having a clear vision of your life also saves you the trouble of being persuaded by other people's plan for you, okay, or being distracted by peers or people around you who try to impose their plan of their life onto you, okay, and then you might end up leading a life that you may not like. Alright, so these are the three benefits of having a clear vision in your life. So I hope after today, if you have not started thinking about your life, it's good for you to probably sit down and ask yourself, okay, have this exercise to envision what is your vision for your own life, how you want to live it, and what is your dream lifestyle. Okay, so with that, I'm signing off today. Okay, I hope you love what you hear from me today, and if you enjoy and you find it useful, be sure to subscribe to this channel, and also visit myhappyfeet.com, myhappyfeat.com, for more awesome content. Okay, that's all from me today. Bye bye.